Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my YouTube. Doreen here. In today's video, I want to keep it short. In today's video, I want to share with you guys about my successful VBAC. Yes, I had a successful vaginal birth after 2 cesarean sections. Yes, I'm that girl. So if you're the one who would look at me with this side eye, you don't support my idea, it's fine. You can keep on scrolling. And then if you're someone who is doing research, you're gathering information, you're gathering knowledge, this is the video for you. Yes, I had a successful vaginal birth after having 2 cesarean sections, which I had, the first one was 2018, my beautiful daughter. And then the second one was 2021, my beautiful and handsome son. And then 2025, I decided to push. Why? Because of personal many reasons. But number one, I didn't want to go through the pain of cesarean section. I didn't want to go through the postpartum depression and the blues that I usually get after cesarean section. And then I was at school. I'm at school actually, and then we're towards our exams. I don't want to be the one in a paper with all that pain. You have to first insert rectal diclo or rectal paracetamol. You know all the consequences of cesarean section. I don't want to go through that, but mostly I didn't want to go through the trauma of cesarean section. I'm that one person who doesn't have a good story, good healing. Yes, my wounds you heal like faster and normally, but mentally I'm not okay. So I didn't want to go through that again. And I'm so thankful to God that it worked out for me, because if I had gone through the third knife, I don't know. I really don't know. So, and before I continue, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that please don't do it my way. Don't risk your health, your life. That Doreen said it's possible. No, it's not possible for everyone. So gather the ideas on the YouTubes, on the channels, and then gather the information with the doctors, and then make sure it merges or make sure it works out. So if you know you're one with a very short interval, like the last scissor is not yet even 2 years, don't risk. If you know you're the one whose cesarean sections are like this, like they cut you from umbilicus going down, don't do that, because I've been cut like so. To continue, when I found out that I was pregnant, I immediately knew that I didn't want to go for a third scar, so I started antenatal there and then I wanted to get a doctor who would resonate with me, who would support my idea, because in the first place, if you don't have any doctor backing you up, then I mean, how would you do it? So when I went for my first antenatal, and that first scan that you do to know whether the pregnancy is in normal place, not in the tubes, the doctor tells me, Doreen, it's not possible, you're risking too much. I was like, God, I cannot receive a no on the first visit. Okay, I was like, my dreams were shattered, but I kept going. I went to the second doctor, and then the third one was like, yeah, the chances are there, as long as when you get in labor, you're in the hospital, you're monitored well. And then I wanted to know if he's willing to be there for me, because if you don't have that one doctor you're working with throughout pregnancy and into labor, mind you, if you go to any facility and you tell them you're too scarce, I mean, even if you're in second stage, they'll rush you to theater. So I didn't want to do that. So I built a rapport with this third doctor. He does my second antenatal. And then on the third one, he left me. Okay, he didn't leave me, but he left for greener pastures. And then I was like let down, like I started losing hope, but I kept praying. Mind you, I kept praying so badly. You know how they say push, pray until something happens. I really prayed. So I kept on going, and then along the way, I got another doctor whom I will not disclose for the sake of privacy, because the fact that in Uganda the system has not yet supported vaginal birth after 2 cesarean sections, so I will keep this doctor protected. Yeah, he really, really supported me. Like I really asked him a lot of questions, and yeah, fast forward, pregnancy gets done, and I start labor. But before I start labor, actually, I fell sickly like towards the end of the pregnancy. So I got a short sick leave, and then we are in a short sick leave. I lost my mother-in-law, who has been so supportive throughout my pregnancy. So, and even previous pregnancies. So we go for burial. We spend there a week. Yeah. And then immediately we're coming back from, we came from burial, then reached here. I did the washing, you know, we did a lot of cleaning. I didn't know that actually that the baby was trying to warn me that that very night I would start labor. So we did a lot of cleaning, washed the duvets, washed the entire house up and down. And then that night, around 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 11, I start experiencing things. I'm like, maybe it is black cystones, because I usually experience those false contractions throughout my labor. Actually, from the 4th month, I usually have those contractions throughout up to the end. So when they started, when they started at around 11 p.m., I was like, maybe because I did a lot of work, a lot of movement that day and that entire whole week, like maybe they are false contractions, because I'm a person who usually carries up to the last day. So I slept. We slept actually with my husband, and then after 30 minutes, I realized they were consistent. Mm. I'm like, could this be labor, or I have this sort of an infection that I don't know, that I carried from the village? All of a sudden, stuff got serious with the duration and the frequency. Then around midnight at 12, I'm like, since this is real, this is labor, I see the contractions are non-stop. I woke up, I started moving around. I had hot water in a flask. As people are sleeping, my husband is dead asleep, because that whole week he was tired, like moving up and down. He was in control of the entire burial program and everything. So he was moving up and down. So that night he was knocked out. He slept like, I don't know. Then I moved in the entire house as people are sleeping. I'm drinking my chai. I'm walking. And then when it reached, I was like, I will not wake him up, because I knew he was very tired. And secondly, there was nothing to be worried about, because first and foremost, I had read enough the signs and symptoms of if you're not going to make it, like if you're going to rupture. And I was not scared about getting a ruptured uterus, because I had taken a long time without being pregnant, and I had my God backing me up. So I labored. So when it clocked 4 a.m., I couldn't take it anymore, you people. Contractions are painful. And not that I've not been contracting in my previous pregnancies. My firstborn, I got contractions until I was 8 centimeters. And then they told me the baby is big and that she was getting tired. So they took me to theater. But before they took me to theater, I remember I already had those urges of pushing down, like when the pressure is getting down. I was already feeling that thing of you want to poop, you want to poop. So I know I must have been scissored around 8 to 9 centimeters. So with the second born, also I got contractions, and then when I reached 7 centimeters, the guy said the boy was had a malpresentation. They took me to theater. So this time around, uh, I already knew what pain means, but man, contractions are contractions. That pain, if I did us, if did us well to bring us that pain. So when it clocked 4 a.m., I felt like I was dying. The pain was too much. I remember I tried to film something, but I failed due to too much pain. So I tap on him. I'm like, yo, you're sleeping like this when I'm here. I'm almost delivering. Can you please wake up? He's like, are you for real? Why are you not sleeping? I'm like, I'm in labor. Wake up. So I tell him, man, we are in labor. So call Joanne. Call Joanne. Like Joanne is my emergency call, my everyday call, my run to goal, she's that person. So we call her and she's not picking because it's 4 a.m. in the morning. Who is picking their phones at 4 a.m.? She was dead asleep. We called her, I think like she must have phoned like 25 missed calls. She was not picking up. And I'm this person, when I'm in labor, I don't want the entire world to know. So I had no choice than to tell my husband, call your sister, because we had left her in the village, still concluding with a barrier. You know how they see whether the barrier, like the barrier is ending, you're sorting out things, people's chairs, people's saucepans, everything. So I'm like, because my Joanne was not picking up, I'm like, please call your sister because I'm not about to die. I'm not about to die. So we called the sister, and thank God she picked immediately. We tell her, actually, I told him, please don't tell her in labor, just tell her you want her urgently. But of course they are siblings. He told her, Mama Dream is in a state I don't understand, so you better hurry up. So she came, Bambi, and I'm so thankful to her. Also, she came, and from their home to here, she used the border, and it was at night, so you can imagine that risking, but I'm thankful I'm so grateful, Scovia, for coming. Yes, she comes. She also asks, have you drunk chai? I'm like, I finished the flask, but you can prepare more. They prepared chai. I kept on drinking. And then around 6, John picks up. And then they tell her, Mama Dream calls you. She's in labor. And then she's coming. She came. When she came here, you people, I felt like a lot of blood get off me. I started crying. I started crying because I don't know. Me and Joanne have been those girls. We are not, even our friendship is beyond friendship. I think we are in the sisterhood. So when I saw her, I don't know what I imagined. I started crying, and she's like, no, everything is going to be okay. And mind you, she's a midwife. She's like, okay, let me examine you and see how far you are. When examining me, she tells me I'm 4 centimeters dilated. And then before she examines me, actually, as from the bathroom, because during all my labor progresses, I vomit a lot. I be vomiting throughout. So as from the bathroom, and then as I was trying to come so that she examines me, my water breaks. And I'm like, oh God, not again. Why does my water break at 4 centimeters? All my previous children, the first one, 4 centimeters water broke. The second one, 4 centimeters water broke. So I had actually told her that if my water breaks at 4 centimeters again, just take me to theater because it means the same problem is recurring. Yeah, she examines me and she says, you're 4 centimeters. Girl, 4 centimeters. From midnight, you want to tell me I'm just 4 centimeters? I couldn't take it. I'm like, let's go to the hospital. And then I called my doctors, and they are not around. Even they had traveled, but they are like, we are coming, we are coming. So they came, but before they came in, actually, I walk in and I found the midwife was there. She's like, let me examine you. On examining me, I was 4 to 5, and then she did membrane sweep. Oh God, that procedure. It's painful, but very, very, very helpful. If they've ever done it to you, you can testify. Membrane sweep was terrible. And we are in this, mind you, I've not told anyone that I have 2 previous scars. I told them I have one. Me with my big head, yes. I knew what I was doing, because if I told them I had 2 previous scars, who was going to give me a trial? Nobody. So, after the membrane sweep, the pain is really, really, actually after membrane sweep, that's when the doctors came in. Yeah, the doctors came in, and the midwife showed them she's 5 centimeters. So they wanted to really know if I was in active labor, if what the midwife was saying was true. So they do a VE. On doing VE, because she had done a membrane sweep, me who left home when I was 4, wasn't I 7 in no minute. So when I got 7 centimeters, they're like, let us give her a try. But then they started booking for blood, like doing all the things so that in case of any emergency, I'm saved with a baby in the shortest time. So they gave me to be after doing VE, after examining, they told me 7 centimeters, and then put up a bottle, and then they told me they were going to review me at 3. Yes, at 3 p.m. So, before I forget, because I don't work well with pain, I asked for epidural. And please, not this epidural where you're sleeping in bed. No, I really wanted to ambulate, because I knew I'd be having precipitate labor. I knew I wanted to ambulate, but I couldn't ambulate. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything with this kind of pain. So I called, we called the anesthesia. She was around, and Dr. Tala, kudos, thank you for really, really running those tears to come in for me. And mind you, she also didn't know I had 2 scars. So I'm working with all these doctors. I didn't tell anyone I had 2 scars. I told them I had 1 scar, because if I told them I had 2 scars, no one was going to work with me. So Dr. Tala gave me Dr. Tala gave me epidural, and she titrates and gives you a little one, not this one which sedates the whole body and you're just confined in bed. No, she also gives this little one where you're going to keep on walking, keep on like your mobile, so that it aids the descent. So I walk, and at some point epidural wears off. You people, you should have seen me. The contractions. Actually, even throughout epidural, it's not that you don't experience the labor pains. You experience them, but just the pain is kind of reduced. Like you don't feel so much. The body doesn't receive it the whole thing, the whole percent. But later, the epidural wears off, you people. I was dying. I told them, you people, it's okay. I think I'm going to die today. Like, I told them everything. I'm like, you're killing me. You're killing me. Why don't you call the doctor back? They're like, she's coming. I'm like, call her. You people, the whole room, I'm like, so even Joanne, my Joanne, these people have bribed you. You don't want, you are seeing me die. I told the doctor, I'm like, okay, it's okay. All along I worked with you, so you have seen me die on the last minute. You people, pain can make you talk things. But thankfully Dr. Tala came. But before she gave me another shot, they were like, let them first review me, so that they see if I'm not progressing, if I'm still like at 7 or back to 6 or something. They shouldn't waste that epidural. I think they're going to opt for me to go to theater. So she comes on coming. When they do VE, they're like, yo, the girl is in second stage. Okay, I was telling them, I'm like, you people, I think I need to poop. I want to poop. I'm feeling enough, too much pressure down. But they couldn't take me seriously because I'm ever joking. So I think they thought I was joking. So when doctor, the anesthetist came, they said let them first examine me, and on examining me, the doctor is like, she's in second stage. I'm like, second stage? What do you mean? But yeah, she's fully weary. But even it was not yet even time for reviewing. What do you mean? Because it was okay, it was almost time for reviewing me, but it was not yet. So they give me another shot, prepare me to go to labor ward. I get onto the bed. They're like, yeah, it's time for pushing now, push. And I asked the funniest question to them. I think I was getting weird. I was like, how do they push? I'm like, then the doctor between my legs looks at me like, but you always tell mothers to push. What do you mean? How do they push? I'm like, I tell them how to. I tell them to push, but I don't know how to push. I've never pushed. I don't know. And I'm like, Joanne, please come and teach me how to push. So my Joan comes, and at this point, my husband also was outside praying. I tell them, call him. He has to see this. My sister-in-law is around. The doctors are in. The midwife is also another midwife is also in. So they teach me how to push you people. I held my legs, I pushed, and then they gave me, of course, down there I was not so wide like someone who has been pushing. So they gave me episiotomy. I pushed, I think, on the second contraction. Yeah. The first one I wasted it because I didn't know how to push. And then the second contraction, the boy was out and screaming. Yes. And I was like, God. Actually, immediately the baby gets out, there's that immediate complete relief. You're like, why was I making noise? Why was I shouting at everyone? Yeah, at 3:15 p.m. That's how God relieved me. That's how God blessed me with my boy. That's how God gave me a successful VBAC. And I'm so thankful to God for it. So would I do it again? Yes. Was it worth the risk? Hell yes. So much yes. Because I know what it means to push. I know, I mean, yeah, I am so thankful to God. And please, if you're that person, if you are looking for that video to motivate you, I am rooting for you, girl. I am rooting for every woman out there who really wants to push, because it is only us that know how important it is. And if you asked me how my postpartum has been, girl, it has been the best, because immediately after delivery, the next day I was moving. We went for immunization. The third day, I was applying for a job. I was out of bed and moving. At 7 days, I was already at my children's school picking them. They were going for holidays. I mean, if it was a cesarean section, would I have been able to do all that? And mind you, at 2 weeks, I was sitting for my end of semester exams. So yeah, it was really worth it. And I could never look back. Yeah. So if you're that person looking for that story, then this is it. Know your body, listen to your body, and pray. Pray like you depend on it. Yeah. And then keep it private, because the devil doesn't destroy what they don't know. Keep it private, and then make sure to get the best support system. And before I forget, I'm so thankful to my husband. He was supportive through pregnancy, labor. He prayed for me. He supported me. He supported all my cravings. I'm thankful to him. I'm thankful to my Joanne. You girl, I don't know. Even in the afterlife, I want to do life with you. I'm thankful to my sister-in-law. She's that lady, she's that girl. She has supported me through. And I'm thankful to my doctors. I'm sorry I lied to you that I had one previous car, but I'm so thankful to you that you really supported me, especially Dr. Joel and Dr. Joseph. You guys, I lied to you that I have one scar, but even with my lies, you supported me. Thank you. Uh, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to my mother-in-law in her absence. That lady has been so supportive throughout all my pregnancies, and even she was the first one to tell on her deathbed she dreamt about me delivering. So she was rooting for me. Even in heaven, I know she's happy for me. I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful to God. He really, really answers his people. He really, really took my prayers personal, and he really came through for me. Yeah. And lastly, I'm thankful to me because I believed in myself. Yeah. So I hope this video encourages you. I hope this video supports your dreams and your ideas. So please gather knowledge here and there. And yeah, that's it. I wish you the best. Please subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. And if you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. I will be answering you. Yeah, subscribe and like and share my video. Thank you for watching. Bye.